and you can figure out what a whole bar's worth of in milliseconds your song actually is. So for us, a whole bar, or basically trying to get to that 1 second kind of place, is 1,579 milliseconds, which converts to 1.5 seconds. I figured this out all by going to the delay. Keep that in mind. The delay helped me. Or you can do the 60,000 math technique if you like. Okay. So now that I got my reverb time as far as that one is concerned, I have it typed in, and I wound up falling around this 1.59 range. That's where I kind of felt. Like I said, I use it as a starting place with the 1.57, but I wound up finding myself 1.9 felt right. So like I said, use this technique, with a grain of salt. Find what works for you. Try it. If you say, wow, that was perfect and it sounds great, then run with it and just find a sweet spot that works for you. If you're looking for high ones, keep doubling it until you get, what you're looking for out of the sound. Now, let's move on to the pre-delay, and this is basically going to be the same thing that we did already. Okay, so now we're trying to figure out the pre-delay of this entire thing as far as reverb time for the pre-delay. So what I'm going to do is, we know that 1,578 is the reverb time that we kind of found. So let's keep dividing this by 2 to keep getting it in half. So it keeps it in the tempo of the song, but it will keep breaking it in half until we fall into more like 190. And that's kind of my rule of thumb. I try to get to like under 100 milliseconds with my pre-delay, and I find myself liking that a little bit more. So I'm going to keep dividing this by 2, divided by 2, getting there, divided by 2. All right, I'm at 98. Now, I'm not going to go for the 98. I think I want a little bit less of a pre-delay because I kind of want it to be engaged a little bit faster as far as the sound of it. So I'm going to try and get it a little lower. Now, granted, you can play it at 98 milliseconds, see how it sounds. But I know I wanted my reverb as far as the pre-delay is concerned to be a little tighter. All right. So I'm going to divide by 2 kind of salty, they be bad. And I fall into 49 seconds. So that's where I fall into my 50 milliseconds. Sorry, 49 milliseconds. And then if a certain part got mold, can you cut that bitch off and wash it, clean it, and still use it if you cut the mold piece off? So basically, this is just a really quick way, or a technique that you can use to actually get on the inside, right? Or arguable perfect reverb time. Now, am I saying that this is the end-all be-all perfect way to do this? Absolutely not. Use your ears, use your own discretion. But is this something that kind of makes sense to actually try if you're trying to find that timing as far as when it breathes off and breathes in, and then you can kind of tweak from there? Absolutely. I think it's something that you can use that's really, really sick as far as trying to get closer to a starting point in your mixing. So I hope that was extremely helpful. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to keep this channel going. Also, make sure you visit healthydevon.info to get some of our vocal chains, presets, and all kinds of things to support the channel. Remember, I did use one of our vocal chains, presets.
And shit, that gay boys fucked up my video. Like I was saying, though. They getting old. Can't eat like I used to. Shit, I can never eat like I used to. I can't even eat then. I had to be like 7, 8 years old. I was living in Orlando, Florida, on the west side. Maybe like 15, not even that long, but I stay down the street from the Florida Mall. When this shit happened. Nope. I'm lying. We was standing in the river walk, aka counting fountains. My mom and them went to Daytona for spring break, and she left us. She left me and my sister with her. My sister godmama named Mona. Shouts out to Mona. So they said I was being bad. I don't remember being bad. But people say you been bad. They adults, so people they gonna get listened to. But I don't remember being bad. But then again, that was so long ago. I know I wasn't one of them bad ass kids, just doing what the fuck I wanted to, cause I knew my mama had a mean ass husband, and she let that nigga whoop us. So I know I wasn't that fucking bad. I was terrified of that nigga. No, come on. Couldn't stand his ass, and I was scared of his ass. Nigga beat the brakes off a nigga ass. So, I used to suck my thumb and shit. So, my mom done with the spring break. They told me my sister standing on the house for the weekend. She watching us. Fucking, I was, okay, so it was a lot of foreigners. It was a lot of Spanish and a lot of Haitians and shit, you know. And, so we used to be outside playing with them and shit and whatnot. And somehow I end up catching a stomach bug called, my stomach ended up start hurting real bad. So I guess they were saying that Mona and them thought I was faking at first, but then like I couldn't do nothing. I was laying down, stomach hurting, stomach cramping, all type of bullshit. Her friend, the lady next door, she came in. She told me to take a spoonful of mustard, swallow it, and then drink some warm water behind it. And she was like, that, you know, if it's gas, it'll help release the gas and all that, So I do that, didn't work. Stomach killing me. So the weekend almost over. My mom and them on their way. They get back. So mind you, I want to say cell phones wasn't big yet. And the little flip phones the little flip phones that first came out. The ones you used to have to take that bitch and sit that bitch in the charger. And then you could take the battery off and charge the battery on the motherfucker. Like, that bitch had like a portable charger. You had to sit the fucking flip phone in that motherfucker or whatever. But I'm not sure if them bitches was out. So what I'm saying is, I don't know if they was like being able to contact each other like on the spot. To be like, oh, he being bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember talking to my mom and them on the phone or nothing like that. So when they got back, they got the news, you know, and they said I was being bad, you know. So now my mama husband, he thinking a nigga acting sick, trying to act sick so I won't get a whooping and all that shit, but that wasn't the case, you know. And that nigga still fucking whooped me. Yes, that nigga gave me a fucking whooping. Yes, the fuck he did. That nigga still whooped me. And guess what? Bitch, I still was sick, motherfucker. So now my mama feel bad. She mad and all this shit. Now they done took me to Arnold Palmer's Children's Hospital. So I go there. I get admitted, and they end up keeping me. And so I know they start running all type of tests and shit. Couldn't eat. I didn't eat the whole time I was in the hospital. They just had me like on the IV. I ain't gonna say I didn't eat. I ate towards the end. You know what I'm saying? I started saying I was fucking hungry. But the people were like, the IV should like stop me from being hungry or some shit. It was something like that. You know, when you a kid, you hear shit and it sounds some way, but then they actually said something else completely away. So when you a kid, you think you hear something and it don't be what you heard. I know I was fucking hungry, but they were saying that I shouldn't have been hungry or whatnot, but I was fucking hungry. And I remember eating Italian ices, like fucking them bitches up. I thought that's all I could eat for a while was Italian ices. You know what I'm saying? So then, them children's hospitals, they be having little bingo games and computers and shit for the kids. They're going, to not be bored in the hospital. Man, I went home with a lot of fucking toys. A lot of fucking toys. I'll never forget that shit. I went home with a lot of toys. But so they end up having to do it endo, whatever the fuck that shit called. They put a tube down my throat and with a camera down my throat, and they were taking pictures of my inside of my stomach, and then so they came back and they found out that I had this thing called H Pylori, and I was fucked up. So I ended up being in the hospital for 2 weeks, and only reason why I was only in there for 2 weeks because my real dad didn't have insurance for me. So once all that shit started to come through, got to go. You know what I'm saying? They put a nigga outside. Yeah. And ever since then, my stomach ain't been right. I mean, I done been on. Doctors done put me on all type of diets and shit. 2-week diets at a time where I can't eat nothing but bread and yogurt and rice. You know what I'm saying? I done been on so many fucking different diets, and it's just the worst feeling in the world, dog. Cause you gotta eat, so it's like every time a nigga eat, I can feel shit literally dropping in my stomach. Like every time I eat, I get some type of stomach pain. It never fucking fails. And it's just ridiculous, I don't wish that shit on nobody. And nobody, I think my son going through it, and it's just the worst thing in the world, man. So anybody who go through stomach pains, man, I feel for you. Crohn's, stomach ulcers, and fucked up intestines, and, it's all type of shit. Stomach bugs and food poisoning, and it's just all type of shit that can fuck up your nigga's stomach. And I mean, I don't know what else can be what could be the worst uncomfortable. I just can't think of nothing else, because you gotta eat, you gotta drink. And, I mean, nigga, you gotta live, you gotta have energy, and you eat, and your stomach go to hurt, and then nigga be scared to eat, scared to mix foods. And so shit, I just try to eat fish. I don't try to eat I don't try to eat no food hot. Like, I don't eat spicy food, but I don't try to eat nothing like straight off the stove, off the grill. So I try to let that shit cool off. I don't try to put nothing hot in me while it's hot. So lately, past couple months, I just been eating like tuna salad and shit like that. Them type of salads. I don't like mayonnaise. The only way I can eat mayonnaise is like in a like a tuna salad or something like that, or macaroni salad. That's the only way I can eat. Don't really taste the mayonnaise, but sometimes you do taste the mayonnaise. But so just living with H Pylori it's been a struggle. I've been dealing with this shit all my life. I've been dealing with this shit longer than I've been dealing with this shit since I was like 7, 8 years old. So I've been dealing with this shit I've been dealing with this shit longer than I wasn't dealing with this, if that makes sense. Yeah, this shit, man. I wake up, I be fucked up, throwing up, sweating, and if I fuck, man, it just be spitting, and it just be horrible, man. Stomach pain. It just ain't the way to fucking go. It ain't. So I had to change up my diet. You know what I'm saying? So I fucked that yolk up. I eat yogurt, fruits. I'm finna start the smoothies. I'm finna start doing the smoothies and shit. My cousin said, so basically, my cousin said like I'm like a vegetarian or whatever. So I ate a hamburger, I think, last weekend. We went out of town, family reunion. We went to Perry, Georgia, and they got the restaurant called the Cookout. And I got a hamburger. The first couple bites, I got a cheeseburger. The first couple bites, it didn't taste right. I'm guessing because I hadn't ate meat in a couple months. But well, after like that third bite, them motherfucking taste buds, them bitches went firing off. But that motherfucking hamburger was good as a motherfucker. Jesus Christ. For real. Man. But I gotta give it up though. It ain't something I can deal with. Be fucked up. Ate that shit. Stomach fucked up. Nigga farted a couple days, a couple hours later, man, that shit smelled like death. But when I passed gas, my shit don't stink. So I knew something was fucking wrong. I'm like, I can't be eating this shit. Can't be eating this shit, man. This shit got a nigga inside rotten. Cause this shit rotten inside of me. Yeah, I can't be doing that shit, man. So, it's your boy Rigby, aka Rigby the Shit. You know, Duval, Florida. Florida boy, North Florida. You know what I'm saying? I love my kids. Lila, Jace, I do this for you. It's one of my first videos. You know, you gotta excuse my fucked up shirt. You know, my hair, my face, you know. I just came out, I felt like I needed to get this off my chest, you know. Literally, gotta get the ashes off my chest. But yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with H Pylori, with people. It's just horrible. So, always wash your hands. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much how I think they pretty much assumed I caught it, because I sucked my thumb coming up, and you know, going outside playing basketball, playing football with all these different kids, and you know, going straight into the house, going straight to the refrigerator, eating with my hands, didn't wash my hands, eating straight with. Putting germs right in my mouth, you know, sucking my thumb, don't wash my hands, all that shit. So, you know, it's only, I want to say natural or common sense for me to ingest the fucking bacteria. And that shit fucked me up. It fucked me up. And then, you know, it's hereditary in my family on both sides, my mama and my daddy's side, with bad stomachs. So, and you know, that shit ain't made nothing no better for me. That shit just made shit 100 times worse. It's the worst feeling in the world, man. Really. Shit. Fuck with you, boy.